For those of you I've not met, my name is Bijal Shah, and I'm Guild's interim CEO. And I'm so grateful to be with you all today. Last year, I had the privilege of speaking to you all about two of our new capabilities coming to market, our employer portal and our career accelerator. Earlier this year, we released a beta of our employer portal to 3 of our employer partners who are in this room today. We continue to release to more partners later this year and into next year. Our employer portal currently provides a centralized place for our employer partners to review new reports, such as this overview of spend, and to monitor how programs is tracking against your budget goals. It also provides tools as an employee lookup tool for you to be able to better understand what your employees are enrolling in. We will continue to release new features inside of this employer portal capability over the next 18 months, and I'm excited for you all to have better oversight and an understanding of how your programs are doing. In addition, in Q1 of this year, we released Career Accelerator, a job readiness tool that enables employees to unlock their next steps at your company. To date, we have seen tens of thousands of members access this capability, with 90% of members rating this content as being relevant for them. And a core principle of Career Accelerator was based on making it accessible to the frontline employees, many who have not gone through robust job application process in many years, or if ever at all. We are continuing to learn about the impact this product can have and are so excited about the future capabilities that we will put in Career Accelerator. I also spent time last year talking to you about my journey to Guild and my why. My path started right here in my home state of Texas. I grew up 3 hours away in Houston. I am the proud daughter of 2 Indian immigrants, which you see on the screen, who came to the United States to pursue the American dream. That dream that Dean talked about that is fleeting for many of our population. My parents' experience shaped me. My mom and dad are both incredibly hardworking individuals. They shaped my views and belief on the power of education and how it is an access point for unlocking opportunity. And in a very visceral way, my parents helped me see how quickly changes in our economy, technology, and society can shift what you need to know on a dime's notice. They both had formal and informal skills that they had to translate as they navigated the tough economic environments of Houston, Texas in the 1980s and 1990s. My mom was an educator by training. She loved teaching, but unfortunately, she struggled with both a language barrier as well as resource barriers to get the certification she needed to continue teaching in the US. She gave up on her teaching dreams and eventually made her way to working as a front office staff member at a doctor's office, always knowing she could do more, but not really knowing how. My dad worked 2 jobs early in his career to ensure we all had what we needed. During the day, he was a quality assurance engineer in the oil and gas industry, and at night, he moonlit as a gas station attendant. Fun fact, or maybe not so fun, it is one of the most 3 dangerous jobs in our country today. But he did it in order to help our family save money. Both of my parents were forced to adapt and make sacrifices to build lives here in the United States. I was reminded of their story in listening to Rebecca and Dean a few minutes ago. We in this room have an incredible opportunity to help people adapt to a changing landscape, to bring them along and support them while also ensuring our businesses thrive. That said, with advancements in AI, we are also at risk as a country of leaving people behind, especially the most marginalized. A few stats to help underscore the shifts that are coming. According to a recent McKinsey study, lower wage workers are 14 times more likely to need to shift occupations than higher wage workers, given advancements in AI. The half-life of skills is expected to continue to decline from 5 years to just 2.5 years. And furthermore, almost 12 million occupational changes will need to take place between now and the year 2030. The upside of these changes is that those that are impacted can move to more fulfilling work and better pay, but only if these individuals have the chance to reskill and adapt. Ultimately, we are here as leaders to meet this moment and unlock this need for our country. At Guild and with your partnership, we believe we can evolve our products and experiences to help highlight opportunities and meet this moment by designing our products and services to enable frontline workers first and foremost. They make up 70% of our workforce, and as mentioned before, are the most likely to be impacted by automation. We can do this by highlighting the connection between goals, career pathways, and skills articulation. And we can do this by ensuring that we help remove barriers for our members in making topics around using and interacting with artificial intelligence more approachable. Before I show you a demo of our future vision, I want to ground you in the story of one of our members. She will be important to keep in mind as we walk you through our hopes for our future member experience. Meet Angie. Angie is a proud military spouse. She lives near a base in Washington in the Pacific Northwest with her husband and 4 kids. Her husband comes from a long line of service members, and Angie's oldest son is thinking about enlisting after high school. Angie has been a personal shopper at Acme for the past 5 years. She joined Acme after leaving the workforce for 15 years to raise her kids. She chose Acme because it gives her the flexibility to work even if her family moves from base to base. She has no regrets about taking those years off to raise her family, but now that her kids are growing up, she is ready to invest in herself. As a military spouse, she has gained leadership and management skills, coordinating housing and organizing events for hundreds of families. She loves helping people, and she would love to apply her informal skills more at work. Lately, Angie's kids have also been telling her about artificial intelligence. Her oldest son has been playing around with tools like ChatGPT. He says it's going to change society in pretty fundamental ways. Angie is both curious and concerned. I don't know much about AI tools, so I'm not sure how I'd even use them, she says. She has a sense that AI tools will have a pretty significant impact on her work. Hopefully, Angie says, in the future, I'll be able to learn more about them and try them out. Angie is like a lot of Guild members we talk to. They sense the big change coming, and they also see a lot of potential. They want to learn, and they're balancing optimism with some worry about the alternative, that alternative being that they get left behind. You can think of millions of workers on the front line, people like Angie, because there are millions of people like this. They're just trying to keep up while managing everything else going on in their lives. As we thought about our future experience, we thought about Angie and what it means to enable someone like her with 3 core design principles. First, we must build simple, easy-to-use experiences that are approachable and accessible. We have to meet your workforce where they are, whether that is live on the phone, through a text, or a chat at their own time and choosing. Second, we must build experiences that save time and energy. After all, those are precious resources, especially for frontline employees like Angie, who are making ends meet and are juggling many responsibilities. And third, we need a truly supportive experience that is backed by a real human connection to ensure Angie has what she needs to move forward. These connections see Angie for who she is, everything she brings to the table, and enables Angie to harness the strengths to unlock opportunity. When you put these 3 core principles together and combine them with the power of AI, I believe you can achieve something truly special. Today, we live in a world where our members can either choose to talk to a human or navigate to our website to find answers. AI allows us to bridge that gap and be there in the moments in between. To do this, we will have a seamless experience. No tabs to navigate or workflows to remember. With AI, they're not necessary. And every second someone spends trying to figure out where to find something is a wasted second. When opportunity presents itself, all a member has to do is just type or speak their mind, and they will get where they need. These are the moments that matter, and Guild will be there. When someone like Angie is inspired, we can be there to move her forward and propel her in the right ways with career-based navigation. We will listen attentively to Angie to understand exactly what she needs and where she left off. Angie engaged with us in the past, but wasn't ready to move forward after her last coaching conversation. She wasn't sure at the time if her family was going to stay at the same base. But now that her husband's contract is renewed for another 3 years, she is ready to take the steps to move forward. We're able to track her last interaction and prompt her accordingly. Given her current role at Acme and her future goals, we proactively highlight company-aligned pathways that are best suited for Angie and aligned with Acme's talent needs as well. Angie can immediately dive deeper and learn more about specific pathways, their salary ranges, as well as summary of requirements for future roles in specific pathways. Through real-time skills tracking, we will also be able to help Angie understand key skills gaps that might prevent her from applying for and being successful in future jobs. As you can see, Angie is interested in the customer service manager role and specifically wants to know how long it will take to gain the formal skills she needs to be ready to apply for a role. These are the types of questions we hear from our members every day. Members want to know what skills they need to continue to advance or what skills are most needed to help them find future opportunities and how quickly they can actually gain the skills that they need. To do this and ensure we meet members like Angie where they are, we will be able to pull data from your talent marketplace and HRIS, as well as past coaching conversations, data from Guild's member profile and assessments, and other unique sources to give Angie the informed opinion we have. The results will also dynamically update for Angie as new inputs and data come to light that improve our understanding of Angie's circumstances. In this instance, Angie has skills that we did not identify, but as we learned more and with her input, we were able to paint a more realistic picture of what is possible. Angie now has a better understanding of what skills are required in order to prepare her for her next role. And with enhanced program matching, we will be able to help her understand exactly what she needs to do to fill her skills gap. The capability will allow us to better map Angie's goals to the skills she needs, and then to learning content that is best suited for her. Given Angie's ambitions and desire to obtain the relevant skills faster, we can also further tailor our recommendations to meet her timing needs. To drive increased transparency, our recommendations will have clear context so Angie understands exactly why she's receiving the recommendation she's receiving, as opposed to a black box with no clear rationale. This rationale will allow us to create supportive experiences that teach people how to fish rather than giving them the fish, enabling our members to unlock opportunities throughout the course of their entire career journeys. And even though Angie arrived at a recommendation relatively seamlessly, for her and many of our members, the path back to school can be extremely intimidating. Ensuring she picked the right program for her goals and life needs is super important. This is where the human connection is so powerful and can help someone like Angie get comfortable. AI helps here too. It gives us new, more innovative, and efficient ways of scaling the human connection Guild is so known for. If Angie wants to talk things through with a Guild specialist, we'll be able to instantaneously match her with her availability with a specialist's availability. After her conversation, we want to make it easy and effortless for Angie to carry forward with the advice and inspiration she might have had during her support conversation. That's why, with a single request, she will be able to get a full recap of her conversation and key points to remember in whatever language she wants them in. As we anticipate Angie's next step, we also ensure she has key reminders to continue in the process. And in the spirit of saving Angie some energy, we will also continue to augment our application experience, pre-populating relevant details and prompting her with exactly what she needs to do next to successfully complete her application and enroll in the right learning program. And as time goes on and Angie progresses in her program, we believe access to a network and a community of those with similar aspirations to Angie will continue to be very important. After all, that's why you're all here today. Things like meeting a fellow learner or a colleague who is on the same journey. As employers, you all and Guild have thriving communities to cultivate, and they build a truly engaged workforce. We will aim to maintain a connection to each of those communities and recommend ones that may be helpful to members like Angie based on her needs. Angie is currently struggling with accounting and needs help finding a study group in her area. Rather than having her search, find a location, and then make a calendar reminder for herself, we save her time by automatically lining up the right date, time, and place. And when Angie is finally ready, our on-demand career support will help notify Angie where there is a relevant job opening by talking to the appropriate systems. We will help Angie prepare for the next steps to take advantage of potential opportunities by giving her the tools and resources she needs to appropriately tailor her resume and cover letter, including helping her make adjustments to her application materials that better highlight her years of experience, the impact she's had in past and current roles, as well as an understanding of the keywords that are important to navigating applicant tracking systems. We will also try and help ensure she stays organized with her learning next steps as well as her career next steps by providing reminders and managing her schedule, tasks, and updates so she does not miss a beat. And of course, we want to ensure Angie is prepared when an opportunity presents itself by making sure our career coaches are available on demand to help prep and support her for opportunities that help her talent rise. As you can see, Angie is eager and ready to talk to her career coach right now to help her prepare and prep for her interviews and to put her best foot forward as she looks for new opportunities. As I think about the future possibilities of where we can go with your partnership and the advancements in AI, it is truly amazing. That said, as any good technology company should tell you, we're not going to build this all at once. There's a lot to learn, and though we can see where we're going, we also have a responsibility to build in an intentional way. That said, some of what I showed you is on the near-term horizon. This year, we are rolling out Guild Guide, an SMS-based member support system that uses generative AI to engage members when they're stuck. Guild Guide is our first step towards the vision I showed you earlier, our first step in earning the right to provide approachable, time-saving, human-centered support to millions. We already know that members want relevant information and support quickly and in an approachable way, but we have so much to learn about how AI can enable this. Guild Guide will provide AI-generated messages to our members' questions. anytime, and anywhere. During working hours, Guild specialists will seamlessly enter the conversation to help when requested and when it's appropriate. At first, Guild specialists will review every generated message to ensure the responses are accurate, intentional, and approachable. In the future, AI and Guild specialists will work seamlessly together to support members in a human-centered way, transitioning from text-based messages into a chat conversation right inside of our Guild experience without skipping a beat. Let's think back to Angie. She successfully moved into a customer service manager role, and as she continues her lifelong learning journey, Angie communicates that she's now interested in learning more about AI, but she's not sure where to start. Guild Guide can help Angie find programs based on her needs. As you can see, Guild automatically populates program recommendations for building some skills in AI to get her started. We had Guild Guide look for AI programs because, no surprise to all of you in this room, it is top of mind for all of us. Guild recently surveyed its employer stakeholders, many of you in this room. 77% believe AI will be just as important to their frontline workforce as other parts of their business. Our members, like Angie, are on alert for AI too. 95% of members who have some experience with AI believe they need new skills to keep up because they don't want to be left behind. Surveyed members are already more likely to pursue programs when they can gain new skills that are relevant to AI, especially members in financial services and healthcare. Here's the most important takeaway from this data, though. Guild must consider the ways AI will reshape every role to support our partners and our members. And I believe we need to move quickly given the pace of change AI is driving. So I'm excited today to share that we have a new and truly innovative AI skilling bundle that we're adding to our learning marketplace. You may have read about it in Fortune this morning. With a suite of more than 35 programs, we will make it possible for anyone in your workforce to be able to better take advantage of AI's potential. I know there's been a lot of talk about AI, but I want to share a few more details about this skilling bundle. First, these are programs from some of the highest quality, most innovative institutions we work with. Some of them are in this room. The second is they're designed to address disparities that are already very clear and help us meet our first principle about designing for the most marginalized. And finally, they can support all parts of your workforce effectively, including your leaders and your experts. This is a first step, but it's a really important one that allows us to support our partners and meet our learners where they are. If you take nothing else away from the vision that I put in front of you today, it's this. Think about how far we can go. When we think about designing for the front line, remember Angie. She was curious and a little confused about AI. To empower her, think about the 3 core design principles I talked about. First, meeting Angie and millions of workers like her where they are so they can get their questions answered when they have them in the medium of their choice. Second, helping Angie and millions of workers like her who are juggling so much save time and energy so opportunity is within reach. And finally, when inspiration strikes Angie and millions of workers like her, enabling them to unlock their potential by driving human connection. If we are successful, it is not one worker or one employer. It is millions of workers in all of your organizations helping our talent rise. Thank you.